Greetings. I am Dr. Brenda K. Williamson, Educational Consultant. I would like to share with you a reading technique for interactive participatory reading and responses from your students. The reading technique is dialogic reading that was created by Dr. Grover Whitehurst. One of the components in dialogic reading is the acronym CROWD. I would like to share with you what the acronym stands for. C. Completion. This is where you may be reciting a nursery rhyme. Leave a blank for your students to fill in the blank. R is for recall. After you have read a portion of the storyline, you're asking your students to recall information that has been read. O stands for open-ended questions. What a range of responses you will receive when you pose open-ended questions to your students. The W, what, who, what, when, where, and how are those types of questions for your students to give you a reply. The D stands for distancing. This is where the students will respond with experiences that they have had that relate back to the storyline. Another component that I've always asked students to do prior to reading the story is to really think about the acronym CROWD, the storyline of the story, and to take a label and put it in the page. And on that particular page, write out the question that they would like to pose to their students. Because remember, there are times when I really just can't think of a question, and this is a way to assist you or take the lead from your students to pose more questions. Now I would like to take time just to share a couple of pages of a story that I have shared with my students on numerous occasions that relate back to the acronym of CROWD. The book that I would like for you to look and share with you is called Flowers for Mommy, written and illustrated by Susan Anderson. Now you may want to begin by asking your students, what do you think this story is going to be about by looking at the cover here? As they raise their hand and begin to give you responses, take a sheet of paper, write down their responses, and don't forget to write their name next to their response. So as you are reading the storyline, you can refer back to something that that particular student shared. Now let's look at an example of where the students actually would post questions within the storyline. Hope you can see it better now. While playing in her room, Aaliyah had a thought. She would go outside to pick flowers for Mommy. Again, here is the label where the teacher has written a question. What? Where was Aaliyah playing? So as the students begin to give you responses, you may also want to ask them, can you name one item that's in your bedroom? Then you may want to come back to the storyline to increase their vocabulary, comprehension, and definition, and ask them, what do they think the word thought means? Oh, I can see a range of questions and answers as you are beginning to think about how you will read stories to your students. I want to share one more page with you. And it reads, there were so much to discover. Then the question that's the label here is, tell me what you see in this picture. So as the children are beginning to look more closely with the critical eye of what is in the story itself, then you may want to also begin to expand their vocabulary and talk about the different items that they do see. And what would they see when they go outside of your school building? Again, as you are reading the storyline, you will have questions that are already listed. Then again, your students may help pose questions to you that you would like to also have written down and put in your book for the next time that you read. Again, this is the CROWD concept as a part of dialogic reading for interactive participatory responses from your students as you engage them in the love of reading, taking them to experiences that they may have never had. Again, I am Dr. Brenda K. Williamson, Educational Consultant. Here is my contact information via email, drbrandwilliamson@gmail.com. I am also on Facebook, or you may tweet me at hashtag DRBKWEC. I look forward to seeing you on our next telecast.